Welcome to our deep dive into the expensive connoisse world of certainly. Below is a comprehensive, in-depth analysis of the Liberty Eaglite Fraternate de Pence 1998 bailiwick of Jersey Queen Elizabeth II coin, with reference to symbolic elements like Republic and Lager Fool, exploring its political, cultural, and collectible importance in a detailed format. Full details of the 1998 bailiwick of Jersey to Pence coin, a numismatic and historical analysis. The 1998 bailiwick of Jersey to Pence coin is an intriguing piece in the world of numismatics, as it blends the monarchical symbolism of Queen Elizabeth II with the unique historical, political, and cultural identity of Jersey, one of the Channel Islands. While this coin is technically part of the British Crown dependencies, its design, mintage, and inscriptions reflect a blend of Anglo-French heritage, independent legal traditions, and artistic influence, especially with names like Lager Fool and terms like Liberty Eaglite, Fraternate, subtly inspiring the symbolism. This long-form essay offers a richly detailed exploration of the coin's origins, political setting, aesthetic style, symbolism, and value in both historical and collector contexts. Geopolitical background. The bailiwick of Jersey. Bailiwick of Jersey is a self-governing dependency of the British Crown, located off the coast of Normandy, France. Despite its allegiance to the British monarchy, Jersey retains its own parliament, the state's assembly, legal system, and tax policies. Historically, Jersey has ties to Norman and French governance, explaining why many of its emblems and terminology, such as Liberté Eaglite, Fraternate, resonate with French revolutionary or civic republican themes. Though the official motto of Jersey is not Liberté Eaglite, Fraternate, this phrase is the motto of the French Republic. The cultural and geographical proximity to France means that such values are not far removed from the ideological soil of the island. In coin interpretations, collectors often interpret such revolutionary sentiments in the imagery or context of coins bearing Jersey's name. Obverse design. Queen Elizabeth I. The obverse side of the 1998 to Pence coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makloff, who was responsible for the Queen's portrait on British and related coinage from 1985 until 1997-1998. Her depiction on Jersey coinage affirms the constitutional monarchy's authority. Yet, unlike mainland UK coins, Jersey's currency often adds distinctive national elements, reinforcing the bailiwick's semi-independent identity. The inscription typically reads, Queen Elizabeth II, surrounding the Queen's profile. The inscription confirms Jersey's loyalty to the British monarch while preserving its legal separation. The phrase bailiwick of Jersey is often featured on the reverse, but it's essential to note that the entire coin honors both the monarchy and the autonomy of the Channel Island. Reverse design. To Pence denomination and Jersey symbolism. The reverse side of the coin carries the denomination to Pence, along with a localized symbol, often unique to Jersey's environment, history, or flora, fauna. In the 1998 edition, the reverse commonly features an image relevant to Jersey, such as the Jersey cow, renowned for its dairy products, traditional coastal architecture, or heraldic shields, Grossness Castle, an ancient ruin representing Jersey's Norman past. These symbols on the coin reinforce Jersey's heritage and national pride. The reverse is where the term republic could be artistically interpreted, not in the literal French Republican sense, but in reference to the people-centric governance that Jersey exercises within its crown dependency status. The name Lager Fool artistic referenceth mention of Lager Fool is unusual in direct association with Jersey coins, as it more traditionally relates to French medallic art. André Lager Fool was a renowned French sculptor and engraver, known for his contributions to French currency and metals. His influence on European numismatics has made his name symbolic of artistic refinement and Republican aesthetics. In this context, invoking Lager Fool could be an artistic interpretation or metaphor suggesting that the design of the Jersey to Pence, while British in monarchy, carries a continental European artistic influence, perhaps inspired by or reminiscent of Lager Fool's style, clean lines, allegorical themes, and dignified portrayals of authority and land. Liberté Eaglite, Fraternate. French Republican influence, though this motto is not officially present on the 1998 Pence coin, its philosophical resonance can be interpreted in Jersey's autonomous values. Liberté, liberty. Jersey's self-governance and independent legal system. Megalite, equality. Equal civil rights for Jersey citizens, codified under its local laws. Fraternite, fraternity. A close-knit island community with shared traditions and a sense of unity in identity. This triad, while originally revolutionary and French, aligns ideologically with Jersey's spirit of independence and community-led governance, even under a monarchy. Material, mintage and specification. Small, copper-plated steel, common in late 20th century coins. Diameter, approximately 25.9. Weight, roughly 7.12 grams. Age, plain mintage, tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, depending on exact production batches, although not rare in circulation. Many of these coins have collector value due to regional interest and low global exposure. Collectible and cultural value. At 1998 Jersey to Pence coin is not widely valuable in terms of precious metal content, but holds strong collector appeal among British Commonwealth coin collectors, Channel Island historical collectors, sumists specializing in regional currency, artists, or scholars studying post-colonial or crown dependency iconography. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can fetch modest premiums, particularly in complete Jersey coin sets. Conclusion: 1998 to Pence bailiwick of Jersey coin encapsulates a unique convergence of monarchy and regionalism, artistry and politics, and English and French cultural currents. While the coin formally honors Queen Elizabeth II, its design elements, local symbolism, and Jersey's independent governance structure offer a nuanced reflection of liberté, egalite, fraternite, not as a motto stamped on its metal, but as a spirit embodied in its identity. The mention of Lagraful may not signify the literal designer, but rather symbolizes the artistic reverence in the coin's engravings, drawing a poetic connection to European coinage artistry. This coin serves not only as currency, but as a small metallic ambassador of Jersey's identity, making it a fascinating subject of long-form numismatic study. The next up top to the 1945 halfpenny coin bearing the motto Liberty, Egalite, Fraternity alongside the inscription Georgiev's vid G.Br. Ohm, Rex F.D. End Imp is a unique blend of symbolism, history, and artistic expression rooted in a time of global transformation. While it's important to note that the phrase Liberté, Egalite, Fraternite originates from France and its Republican ideals, and is not native to British coinage, some collectors or interpretations might stylistically merge different symbolic elements when analyzing historic coins. Let's delve into a full, richly detailed analysis of this coin from numismatic, historical, and artistic perspectives, imagining the additional phrase as symbolic interpretation rather than official minting. The 1945 British halfpenny coin, symbol, sovereignty, and a world in change, minted during a crucial time in world history. The 1945 British halfpenny stands as a testament to the final years of World War II and the twilight of the British Empire. The coin prominently features the effigy of King George VI, the monarch who led Britain through the war, and bears his Latin title, Georgiev's vid G.Br. Ohm, Rex F.D. End Imp. This translates to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. Each abbreviation is loaded with imperial significance. D. G stands for Dei Gratia, Br. N for Britanniarum Omnium of all the Britons. Rex means king. F. D stands for Fidei Defensor, Defender of the Faith. And End, IMP for India Imperator, Emperor of India. This phrasing links Britain's political reach with divine right, spiritual guardianship, and global dominion. The coin is composed of bronze, typical of small British denominations of the era. The obverse side bears a left-facing portrait of King George VI, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, a sculptor whose initials sometimes appear on the coin as HP. His depiction of the king is dignified yet modest, reflecting George VI's persona, reluctant monarch who rose to his wartime duties with courage and stoicism. The reverse, on the other hand, traditionally features the image of a sailing ship, most commonly the Tudor-era ship known as the Golden Hind, the galleon of Sir Francis Drake. This image evokes Britain's maritime heritage, colonial expansion, and trading prowess, while the actual British halfpenny does not feature the slogan Liberty, Eaglite, Fraternity, a cornerstone of French Republican ideology. The ideals behind these words were resonating globally in 1945, the end of World War II marked a philosophical turning point. As fascist regimes were falling and colonies across the globe began to seek independence, the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity gained new, universal momentum. These ideals, originally forged during the French Revolution, became symbolic of a shared human aspiration for dignity, justice, and unity across nations and classes. When considered metaphorically in the context of a 1945 British coin, this motto can be interpreted as a foreshadowing of post-imperial Britain, which would soon witness the independence of India in 1947, followed by a wave of decolonization. In Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean. If one adds the element of republic lagerful, which seems to reference either an artist or symbolic identity, possibly misattributed or fictional, we might view it as an artistic reinterpretation or reimagining of the coin from a Franco-inspired Republican perspective. This fusion creates an emblematic artifact that transcends strict numismatics and enters the realm of conceptual art or socio-political commentary, perhaps envisioning a world where monarchic and republican ideologies coexist in dialogue. In this lens, the coin becomes not merely a medium of exchange, but a platform for dialogue between empires and revolutions, between kings and the people. From a numismatic standpoint, the 1945 halfpenny was one of the last issued before a significant redesign in the 1950s. It was minted in large quantities, making it relatively common in circulated condition, but still a prized item for collectors when found in mint or uncirculated form. The coin's diameter is 25.5 millimeters, and it weighs approximately 5.67 grams. The alloy composition of bronze, copper, tin, and zinc was cost-effective and durable, suited for long-term use in everyday transactions. By 1945, British currency had become a critical tool in both the domestic war effort and the administration of global trade and colonial economies. In conclusion, the 1945 halfpenny, whether interpreted strictly as a British imperial coin or reframed through the broader lens of liberty, equality, and fraternity, is a numismatic window into the soul of a world in transformation. It reflects the dignity of monarchy, the tide of revolution, and the collective yearning for justice in a post-war era. Whether viewed as a historical artifact, a political symbol, or a canvas for imagined republican ideals, this coin encapsulates the spirit of a world standing at the threshold of a new age, straddling the past with its empires and monarchs, and the future with its democracies and freedoms. In this light, the 1945 halfpenny is far more than bronze. It is a story struck in metal, echoing across time. The next up, top 3, the 1959 halfpenny coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a numismatic artifact that combines British heritage, imperial symbolism, and echoes of classical ideals, such as liberté, eaglite, fraternité, the motto of the French Republic. Although this motto does not appear on the original coin itself, its inclusion in your description adds a philosophical and political layer, symbolizing universal human rights, freedom, and equality. The coin reads Elizabeth to Dei Gratia Regina FD, a Latin inscription meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This title not only asserts monarchical authority, but also establishes the Queen's divine right to rule and her role as the spiritual head of the Church of England, as well as a unifying figure for many nations of the Commonwealth. The reverse of the 1959 halfpenny coin was designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, featuring the image of a Tudor ship known as a sailing galleon, often interpreted as Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind. This symbolizes Britain's naval strength and maritime heritage, especially its dominance during the Age of Exploration. The coin's imagery evokes a time when the British Empire relied on seafaring strength to explore and colonize lands far and wide. The ship sails across gentle waves, encircled by the denomination halfpenny, with the date 1959 placed below. This not only makes the coin functional for commerce but also acts as a miniature monument of British exploration and commerce during the mid-20th century. Struck in bronze and weighing approximately 5.67 grams, the coin has a diameter of 25.48 millimeters. It was minted by the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom and was part of the British pre-decimal currency system, which remained in circulation until decimalization in 1971. The coin was valued at half of 1 penny 1/480th of a pound, making it a small but essential part of daily transactions for the working and middle classes. This halfpenny represents not only currency, but also the economic framework of post-war Britain, a country recovering from the ravages of World War II, rebuilding its industries, and reassessing its role in a changing global order. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse was created by Mary Gillick, portraying her without a crown in a laurel wreath emphasizing youth, vitality, and democratic symbolism over monarchical opulence. This youthful image of the Queen, known as the first portrait, was used from 1953 until 1967 and is iconic for the era. It represented a modernizing monarchy, projecting stability, continuity, and grace in a rapidly evolving social and political environment. It was a time of decolonization and national self-determination across the Commonwealth, which makes the presence of the Queen's image on coinage a fascinating topic of post-imperial symbolism, now drawing a philosophical and ideological link. With the Liberté Égalité fraternity slogan, the 1959 halfpenny can be interpreted as a juxtaposition between two historical legacies: the hierarchical, monarchic structure of the British Empire and the revolutionary, egalitarian ideals of Republican France. Liberty, equality, fraternity emerged from the French Revolution of 1789 and symbolized the overthrow of absolute monarchy in favor of popular sovereignty. By imagining this British coin through the lens of that slogan, it highlights the tension and dialogue between two systems: monarchy and republic, empire and citizenry, divine rule and human rights. This contrast becomes even more relevant in post-colonial studies, as former British colonies began to adopt republican forms of government inspired by democratic movements and ideals such as those embodied in the French motto. The mention of republic and lagrafule, possibly a creative or fictional term, or perhaps a symbolic representation of a French or hybrid artistic view, adds another interpretive layer. If lagrafule refers to a fictional or allegorical figure or entity, it might serve as a personification of republican ideals or an artistic reinterpretation of sovereignty. This fictionalization allows us to reimagine the 1959 halfpenny, not just as currency, but as an ideological battlefield where competing values of tradition and progress, monarchy and democracy, nationalism and universalism are played out in bronze. It becomes a palimpsest, where images of ships and sovereigns are layered over deeper currents of liberty, social justice, and human dignity. In conclusion, the 1959 British halfpenny is a deceptively simple coin that, when recontextualized within broader historical, philosophical, and symbolic frameworks, offers profound insights into mid-20th century political identity. Whether used in commerce, collected by numismatists, or analyzed through a post-colonial lens, this coin encapsulates the tensions and transitions of its time. Queen Elizabeth II, the tutorship, and the inscriptions together reflect Britain's imperial past and post-war resilience, yet, when juxtaposed with republican ideals like liberté, égalité, fraternité, it invites reflection on the universality of freedom and the evolution of nations, governments, and symbols in the journey toward equality and justice.